So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I wanted to discuss supporting fathers' involvement, engaging fathers in the whole process of the child welfare system. Once a case comes in, I normally know that more than likely sometimes the case comes in the mother's name. Through ACS, we get the referral. And what happens is the mother, we initially have the intake appointment to see if mom is going to accept services, which more than likely she does. She accepts services for preventive. And doing the assessment with mom, we try to find out more about the father. Sometimes the case comes in for DV, so dad is sometimes already involved, or there may be some conflict with mom and dad where dad doesn't live in the home and there's some co-parenting issues, or they're going through a divorce. So on our part, we're supposed to engage the fathers as much as possible. Sometimes this is a little difficult just due to the fact that if dad is not residing in the home. So the default family paradigm that still prevails in most social service settings typically focuses on the family as a mother and children. This emphasis tends to regulate fathers to a diminished role, marginalizing their potential and their importance. So some fathers feel like, we don't engage them just because the case is in the mother's name. We're taking the mother's side, and we don't need them. The first 5 years are a particularly critical time to develop healthy patterns and family interactions. But historically, family resource centers and programs have leaned away from proactively involving fathers. From home visits to parenting classes, the majority of the programs cater primarily to mothers due to the mistaken belief that mothers are the sole pathway to children's development and well-being, which I can admit sometimes where we do find fathers that are willing to engage in services. We have a hard time finding programs for fathers. And with that being said, that sometimes they're mandated to engage in services, especially if the case came in due to domestic violence. And that is an issue because the fathers sometimes feel like we're not doing the best we can to find services for them, especially if they're working and they have insurance. And sometimes these programs, they have like a fee, and sometimes it can be astronomical for these fathers to keep up with the fees on a weekly basis. If they're doing anger management or parenting, we can't find free programs for them most of the time, which makes it a little difficult. I know in my case, with fathers that's not in the home, it's very difficult for me sometimes to engage them. I'm still learning and how to better engage fathers. Sometimes some fathers are very aggressive. I'm a little intimidated. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to address the issues with the fathers. And then in turn, the fathers, they feel like we're not trying our best to engage them. We're taking the mother's side. We're doing more home visits with them. We're following with them more on a weekly basis because the mothers are the ones that have the children in their care. So the fathers, sometimes they do give us a struggle. And, I personally, I know that I do struggle with engaging fathers just for some of those reasons, which intimidation. Sometimes the fathers, they can be very aggressive, and sometimes it puts me in a place where I'm not sure how to move forward, which my supervisor sometimes assists me with how to move forward with the next session if I do have an aggressive father, and which actually makes me uncomfortable, which I mainly try to meet with that father in the office so I have that support. So my question to the group would be, how do you engage fathers that you're working with? What are some of the tools and skills that you use to better engage them, to make it more interactive, to make the fathers' voices be heard, and to make them feel like they're a part of the process? Thank you.